Assalamualaikum, I am Abu Hurairah. Here I show you introduction of our group. Firstly, we are from class EMD 5M7A. Company we choose is Faber-Castell. Then this is list of our group members. First, Abu Hurairah bin Muhammad Yusof. Second, Ahmad Aslam bin Muhammad Razik. Third, Ahmad Hamidi bin Shamaruddin. Then Ahmad Fuad bin Sarafi, and lastly Ahmad Zaim bin Marzuki. Personal picture and their content of presentation. From left to right. First one is Abu Hurairah. I will presenting possible effect of product and product produced by company. Second is Ahmad Aslam. He will present continuous quality improvement. The middle one is Ahmad Hamidi. He will present the discussion. And fourth one is Ahmad Fuad. He will present detail of company manufacturing process and technology employed. And lastly is Ahmad Zaim. He will present design concept and quality assurance.
For the introduction to the company of Faber-Castell, it was founded by Caspar Faber, a German carpenter in 1769, nearly 260 years ago. Since then, Faber-Castell's become the largest and oldest manufacturers of pens, pencils, and other office supplies. With the headquarters located in Stein, Germany, it does business over 100 countries. Faber-Castell mainly produces in 6 product lines such as professional art, kids and school art, technical drawings, pens, luxury pens, and papers. As in right now, there are 16 main manufacturing plants in over 10 countries such as Costa Rica, Peru, Colombia, Brazil, and Malaysia. In Malaysia, centered in Kuala Lumpur since 1768, it means in research and development, Asia and Pacific officials and school line products. For the highlighter manufacturing process, it involves 3 chapters, which is Chapter 1, Injection Molding. For injection molding, a vacuum siphon the plastic pellets into the container. The color pellets and the colorless pellet will be melted together to create the color of the highlighter structure. Those pellets are made from 100% recycled plastic. In the container, it will be melted together and then being sent to the mechanized steel screw via the tube for the injection process. After being injected, the product will be cooled with water before being left in a container for a while. In Chapter 2, mixing the ink. For the ink, Faber-Castell will mix the ink using harmless dye stuff. While being mixed, an inspector will check the coloring of the mix using a piece of paper to ensure its thickness achieve the standard. In Chapter 3, Assembly process start with the printing of the Faber-Castell logo to the body of the highlighter using laser. And then, the ink reservoir that made from polyester will be placed into the plastic barrels via robotic arms. Then the end cap will go the same way. The plugs will fall to a robotic arm and it push them to the back of the highlighter. Then a vacuum pump will suck the ink into the 6-inch needles and robotic arms push the needles to inject the ink into the ink receiver. With the combination of the mechanical vibration and compressed air, drive a conveyor belt carrying the tip. Then it falls to a clash of a mechanical club, which then drops it to a circular pusher. The pusher shoves the tip into the highlighter and they interlock. And for the final step, a conveyor will transport the clip to a mechanical gripper. Then the gripper will place those clips to the highlighter. In the technology employed, some of the technology employed that I noticed is there are three technology, and the first is the automated siphon vacuum. The function is to vacuum the colored pellets and the natural recycled plastic pellets together and send to the injection process. Okay, next we got the mechanized steel screw that push the mold to the injection machine to make the body's product. Finally, we got the vacuum pump. And the function of it is to extract the ink to the polyester.
So this is list of companies' product that they make in factory. First one is color pencil. Second is crayons. Third one is mechanical pencil. Then is makers and highlighter. So after that is liquid ink and liquid ink pens. Moreover is pen markers. Then technical drawings instrument. Lastly is eraser.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Zain bin Marzuki and I'm going to present for the quality assurance and design concept for Faber-Castell. Okay, for quality assurance, the first quality assurance is equipment like hopper and conveyor is clean to make sure they are free from excess material. And the second one is pressure testing is applied to know the maximum pressure that can be applied to the tip. And we know that the maximum pressure is up to 5.27 kilograms. The third one is smooth flow of plastic into molding, ensuring the good physical quality of the product. And the last one is by checking the color of the ink for the color accuracy. Next, we go on to the next slide, which is design concept. Okay, there are several designs from Faber-Castell of highlighters. The first type is grip marker text liner, which is designed for use on standard and special papers and comes in a range of brilliant colors. As we can see here, the ergonomic triangular shape applied for tireless marking, and we can see there are dotted grip zone for a secure non-slip grip. And for the tip, the type of tip is robust chisel tip, which marks in 3 line widths, which are 1, 2, and 5 millimeter. And it is also refillable, since it uses universal water-based ink. Next, the second design concept is text liner 46 pastel, which is perfect for hand lettering and bullet journaling. The barrel and cap made of 100% recycled plastic. The text liner also came with water-based ink. The tip is also have 3 different line widths, which is 1, 2, and 5 millimeter, same like the last one. And it is for individual and precision highlighting. The chisel tip is also durable and it is ideal for all standard paper. And the third design is text liner 38. It is a slim barrel for pleasant marking experience. It is also ideal for standard paper and universal water-based ink to ensure super fluorescent marking and thin and broad marking. And our last design concept is text liner plus. The highlighter is a pencil shape with clip, and the tip is a chisel type, but have 2 different width lines, which is 1 millimeter and 4 millimeter compared to the last one, which are 1, 2, and 5. They have 3 width line. And both of this jet liner, which is the 38 and Tex Liner Plus, comes in a slim barrel, and with the special tip, we can mark either broad or fine.
Okay, so here I show you possible defect of highlighter. Okay, first one is possible defect of highlighter on the body. First one is wrong shape of highlighter. This always happen because of the molding. Second one is crack on cover because it is so thin. This might happen because of the high pressure on the body. Third one is high tolerance of thickness. And lastly is short. Short is always happen because of low pressure of injection. After the body, here I show you possible defect on ink. Error when mixing ink. So this error always happen because of human error when mixing the ink in the container. Second one is wrong color code when filled to the surveyor. This also happen because of human error. Lastly is possible defect when the process of assembly. First one is wrong side of printing. This might be happen when the machine printing on the product on the wrong side. Okay, second one is cover and body cannot be assembled. This is the most related to the body when the thickness have the high tolerance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I hope everyone is having a good day. My name is Ahmad Hamidi, and I am going to be taking over the discussion section for the Faber-Castell highlighter production presentation. So before I go any further, I'm going to talk about what is going to be discussed. From the reference, we can see that many parts are involved in the production of the highlighter, but two processes that is used to produce the parts in the highlighter have caught our eyes and will be the focus of this section. The two processes are injection molding and ink mixing. The first one is injection molding. It is used to produce the body and the cap of the highlighter itself. However, with injection molding, the cap and the body are prone to deformation, such as flow lines. Flow lines, as seen in the picture on the right, are non-uniform lines that will ruin the aesthetical properties of the material or the product. So this happens when the temperature and pressure in the mold are non-uniform. So to solve this problem, the injection speed should be increased, and also the pressure and temperature should be made constant so that the product will be able to be cooled uniformly and a solid and uniform product will be produced. The second defect that can happen is flash, or some people may call it spew. So as seen on the picture, flash or spew are thin layers of material around the product. So this is actually okay because it can be trimmed, but when we are talking about mass production, this will cause difficulties as some special machineries or the property of the defect itself, it is non-uniform. This will be hard to be overcome when it happens. So to prevent this problem in the first place, the mold should be redesigned to ensure no leakage, as the flash is formed when the material seeps through the gaps in between the molds. So other products that use injection molding are bottle caps, toys, and big parts also, such as automotive parts. The second process is ink mixing. Ink mixing is used to make the color or the ink for the highlighter. As we all know, there are many colors in the world, and there are around 10 million colors that can be seen from the human eyes. So it will be very sensitive to make ink. So the defect that can happen is inaccurate color. And to prevent this problem from happening, a high sensitivity light sensor should be used after a product or ink mixing is done. This will assure the color will be accurate and the product should be ready for distribution to the public. Other products that use this method are pen ink, marker ink, printer ink, and all inks in the world that involve color mixing. That's all for the discussion section. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will be presenting about continuous quality improvement in Faber-Castell. First of all, continuous quality improvement is a method that strives to locate opportunity for ensuring efficiency. The goal is to improve the process and tasks involved in the product manufacturing. It is involved the assessment of current process, products, and services to ensure that output is maximized and waste is minimized. Finally, continuous quality improvement may benefit the customers, employers, employees, and investors. These are the example of continuous quality improvement and strategy. Surveys and polls are conducted to find points of improvement from the company. Second, monthly staff training is to ensure the performance of staff at peak. Next, initiate think tank session to find points of improvement to the company. Finally, time audits is to reduce time wasted in the process. The goal of continuous quality improvement in manufacturing is to improve the quality and the value of the product. To update the manufacturing process with latest technology available. To eliminate unwanted manufacturing process by eliminating underutilized workforce, excessive management, micromanagement, and unwanted downtime. My suggestion for continuous quality improvement for Faber-Castell to ensure the product of Faber-Castell to be relevant in the future markets. The company have to implement the continuous quality improvement periodically. In conclusion, the continuous quality improvement will lower the cost and increase the quality of the product. Continuous quality improvement is also one of the strategy for Faber-Castell to implement in order to stay relevant in the future. These are the evidence of work activity. We are conducting meetings through Google Meet and discussion through WhatsApp. That's all for me. Thank you.